Hello there's YouTube and welcome back to Carborg. Happy to have you here for what is episode 12 of this new vanilla City Skylines. Look at all of these people taking somewhat of a weird path. I'm not sure, so they're going down, going to the street and then going back into the station. This is weird. Anyway, we're back and I'm happy to be back because, to be honest, like right now I really enjoy playing City Skylines. It's probably my favorite game at the moment that I get to play when I get to relax. It's just so much fun, like all of these updates. Oh, look at all of them here driving their bikes down here. It's so much fun to see. Yeah, it's such a cool game to play, and I'm having so much fun with it, and I can't wait to go back into Carborg. And actually, like with me probably having a little bit time this week, I might just, you know, record some episodes in advance. Let's get back to the stuff, to the task at hand and where we are with Carborg. So last episode, we built this entire new community, which I renamed Hoglar. If you are not happy with the name, you know, it was named Poplar before, but yeah, I don't know. And like staying true to the fashion of naming things after older German or Swedish Scandinavian words, I named it Hoglar instead of Poplar just because it's high up, you know, whatever. If you have any ideas, you know, how things should be named or disagree, you know, feel free to post things down in the comments below. But yeah, what is the focus of today's episode? I really like, this is something that I see when I edit my episodes. Something that I have to put a more big of a focus on is just editing the things that I want, like not just editing, just doing the things in the episode that I want to do, and not, you know, even though there is a lot of fires jumping in between, like, oh, how is our interchange looking over here? How is the university looking? How is this new community? You know, like jumping between all of those things like a firefighter. And firefighting is a good is a good sign, because something that I want to do today is looking into all of the emergency stuff and pretty much placing a helicopter depot. And I thought this area that we have over here, which I don't know what I did with the electricity this way. Let's take it this way and connect it over here. But the area that we had over here, I think this area is perfect for redeveloping it into this and putting this firefighter depot, this fire helicopter depot. I think with the amount of fires and everything that's happening over like especially with the big raging fires that we have seen over here, where it's sometimes hard to reach, I think we can actually go for the higher capacity. And let's be honest, we don't really care about the money at this point. It is fine. And in terms of sound, you know, all of this fits. So how about I just put this over here, and we'll see how all of this works. We'll probably have the first fire at some point soon, and I'll detail this up later during the time lapse. The other thing that I want to focus on today is kind of like starting to build out this area. So I thought a lot of what is supposed to go here, but I think to alleviate traffic a little bit, we really need a roundabout over here. And I'm still at this point, you know, then there needs to be some massive expansion. And I said like massive expansion, and I actually zoned quite a lot of residential over here in the last episode. But we're still a little bit far away from the goal where we have to get, which is the 16,000 in population, to unlock the next tile, but also get more things to do with our university. So what I will be focusing on now is pausing the game, deleting this connection over here, and then see what we do with the roundabout over here. So let me first grab my dirt roads again. I mean, overall, it should still be the case that, wait, how far is this? 160? Can I go like, what, 320? For like a really big roundabout? Sure, we can do that. let me delete this road over here. So it was 160, then from the middle we go 160 each direction to have our helping lines. Okay, now the snapping is annoying. So let's just keep angle and road length on 160. Now we can turn everything on again, and we will place a, actually think, where do we have it? 3-lane one-way road. This should be good. Honestly, quite a big roundabout, but I think it's necessary. And we'll also delete those highway routes and instead build new highway ramps. Let's see first where we can put them. I mean, this kind of works. This looks nice. Is this kind of like things? It triggers me if things are not symmetric. So I'm sorry if you have to go through this now. This might be like somewhat of a hard turn. But I think it works. Because with the lane symmetry, of course now it doesn't work. It doesn't. Oh, now it does. Weird. Okay, because with the lane symmetry, you know, with just one lane being for the exit here, that should be fine. Even though this is somewhat of a hard turn, we'll see, you know, once this is unpaused, how things will go. Let's take let's change the roads over here a little bit. Nope. What did I do? Sometimes I know there's a mod for that. But sometimes I'm missing the how to, you know, press the button to undo things. But let's get back. Where are our industrial roads? Over here. So yeah, it's fine if those are industrial roads. It's absolutely okay. But what I wanted to do is just not upgrade them, but place them. I mean, this node is a little bit too much. And that is why we are killing this over here, because otherwise there's tons of nodes, and this is a little bit not how it's supposed to be. So let's come on. It doesn't look pretty, but it works. It does the job. And we'll take this pretty much until taking road guidelines off again. Take this until the end of the road, make it upgraded here, and then we can do some landscaping in between there. But yeah, now this looks quite alright. I'm happy with it. Let's connect it up here, and then we'll take a collector over into this direction. I think do I want a bigger collector? I want a bigger road, like one of those. Yeah. I'll take it a little bit out here. This should be enough. Let's have a quick look at junctions and clear the traffic lights, and then we can unpause this. Yeah, sometimes this game does some weird things that should not happen. But yeah, let's unpause this and see where we are. Yeah, I can delete those, because we no longer need those. And this should hopefully alleviate a lot of the traffic. It's quite a big roundabout. Like even bigger than the one that we have over here. But I think over time this will clear. Cool. How is the main stuff with our fire depot looking? There we have the fire helicopter. Oh, there's a fire. Is there? No, there's the police. I was like, oh damn, can we jump right to the action? But it didn't look like it. Okay, now of course, you know, the roundabout is kind of like clogging up again, which I don't fully get why. Why are all of these like trying to jump like into another lane in the middle of the roundabout? Again, I'm having another quick look at junctions and see where things are, but there's no stop signs to unnecessarily slow this thing down. So maybe I just need to give it some time and think about how I want to build out this area here. Where we're looking in terms of water and electricity, there actually needs to be some upgrade at some point soon. So we'll see how we do that. There's still some area over here where we can do some industrial shenanigans before going into a little bit more countryside area over on this side of like when we unlock the other tile map. When we unlock this next tile. Alright, let's quickly... I'm doing it again, you know, like I'm like, oh yeah, I shouldn't jump around like a firefighter doing these kind of things, but I'm doing it again. Something that I want to do is, for now, I want to fill in those things in here. With some commercial that we still need to satisfy the demand, but that should be fine. And now let's finally get back to building our stuff over here. So I'm actually not super happy with this road, so what I'll do instead is I'll change it into a smaller 4-lane road. Grab this, turn all of it on again. And just have this as a connector. It fits right into this node. And take the other road that we have over here and just continue it for now. Into this direction, and then we can start building out things. Like having this a little bit of a commercial collector, but yeah, building out roads and a neighborhood in here. And let's get started with that. I kind of wanna leave this here. Or actually, it's like some old rusty stuff. Like, this probably wouldn't stay here, you know? If it was like some nice wooden, then maybe. But like this, probably not. But yeah, I will now build out this neighborhood. And let's get going. Right, now that we have that built out and pretty much ready, something that we have to take care about is like, right, how does electricity jump over? And also, I built somewhat close to the road up here, but what I do, and this is one of the new amazing additions, is I finally got forest brush to work, because it was not really working under this current update, and now we have this brush that lets us paint a nice forest area. And so what I will do is I will just do this on the edge of the highway, and with those trees and everything, kind of like having a decent sound barrier, and also like this looking a little bit more, you know, as it is supposed to look. So I'll do the same actually on the other side of this highway. And I was thinking if there should be like a medium, like a small bridge over here. That's where we left the space. So let me think about it quickly if I want to do that. But yeah, overall, you know, I think this makes a lot of sense. Cool. Can still paint a little bit more there. I think I need some more pines in that brush. It's the first time that I'm using this mod, but yeah. Let's have a look at all of those. Yeah, all of those are bicycle roads. So I actually think it's not too bad if this is like a bicycle bridge as well. I mean, they are not too happy at this point in time, but I don't think this is too bad. Like having this bicycle and standard bridge connecting over here. Maybe it is actually. Maybe I'll change this into a pedestrian bridge. Maybe even with bus only. Rather than having a bus go, I think that is more to my liking. Let me see how this would look. Because then it's only like the bus that is taking them from like one place to another, and then we can establish a nice bus line in between here. Like, on the other hand, like, you know, this is not too far. Like, actually, we don't need this. We don't need this at all. But instead, what I want to do is kind of like doing going into my path network and do a nice. Is it the amusement park? That is the red one. Which one is it? I think it's a zoo path. That has like this the green stuff hanging up there. This actually fits. It's kinda crazy, but it really, really fits. Gotta take all. I want to just snap to angle. And then have it go in like this. I think this is kind of cool. And then I can do some more forest, because why not? Over here. I'll probably just like brush. I think I just need a little bit to add up with some of the trees. And then it looks a little bit more green. But yeah, this is kind of cool to have this connection. All right, so all of this is done. We are now in a place where we can think about how do we want power to jump over. And I think a good thing would be just to have shops over on this side and then start putting some residential Oh, I want to district this. This I almost forgot, because I want this to have a certain look, and I don't know yet what the name will be. Hemlock Hills? No, I think this is more like something with the lake. So I'll name it Lake District for now, not. I mean, and we'll put. Do we go another green or do we go? I think we go European Suburbia again over here. Lake District isn't the final name. I'll think about some other name, but of course, you know, if you have any ideas that you have in terms of the name, you know, feel free to put them down in the comments below. Then for electricity, let's we'll have this jump over here for a second. Then we'll think about other issues or like other ways how we can do that. At some point in the future, that's also on pause. I also want to work with prop line tools to get, and I'll probably have to put some more trees in there in terms of, or just like I don't zone the last row, it's just like a free row. We'll probably have to get services up here as well in a second, like firefighting and maybe another. Like, where are we looking in terms of elementary school? Elementary school is fine, but like to have not as big of a distance going that way. And then we'll see if this starts clearing over time. I didn't give this any specific commercial specialization, but I think at some point soon we'll get to the point where like maybe we'll do some tourism districts and stuff like that. But yeah, now it is a little bit about getting the population up. We're getting closer, but like the goal definitely is to hit 16k. Alright, what I'll do meanwhile is I'll take a little bit more of the Carborg forest brush and put some more forest in between. What if I increase the strength? Does that make it better? Go back into the forest brush. Because this area over here puts like wild hedges, grass clutters, green hedges like in between. And I think I have to like probably remove the green hedges. But yeah, we'll pretty much over in this lake district have some oh no, this was wrong. This is going to be commercially zoned. Like have a little high street up here and then more and more residential in these areas. Let's have a look at parks, because what we definitely need to do over here is add parks. Dog parks always work nicely. I actually think this place is great over here to potentially, yeah, I'll take one of those community schools because I think they look nice here, and then give it on the corner here not a small park but a small playground. Something that I could check as well, like, because now the school is pretty much on the collector. Electricity already jumped over, which is good. But what I could check is if, you know, there's another opportunity to include one of the sports fields up here, or if we just go with another basketball park. But yeah, this slowly but surely will fill over time. Look at this now. this looks a lot better in terms of everything traffic. I'm happy with this. I'm actually happy. And we can make our way over to the 16k in population. And then, you know, the more and more districts there come, and I'm super excited about, you know, all of the stuff that we built in the last episode with those tram stations. Ah, this is just fun. And yeah, just, you know, doing more and more of those things. Like I play tested a little bit in between, and you know, like build out a few things, and there were lots more fires. So I don't know what happened, but I think this was definitely necessary, just to get the fires a little bit more under control. So for the rest of this episode, what's going to happen, and I'll also talk a little bit more about giving the city kind of like a story, which is going to be a little bit more of a theme in the episodes to come. But for the rest of this episode, we're gonna detail this out a little bit more. I'm actually not sure about like fully detailing this out, because you know there's still some space where things could end up. Actually, with how this looks, it could even be that I move this asset over here. Building must be placed roadside. I understand this. I actually think I prefer it over here. Because then this is on this side. We can do some fencing. And then I'll still see how I can repurpose this area. But overall, I didn't give this any commercial specialization. I mean, it's fine for now. But yeah, this is also nice. You know, just having an opportunity to safely walk over there. But yeah, the idea is to give the city a little bit more and more of a story. So what you already saw, and again, you know, like if you have any recommendations, feel free to post them down in the comments below. But what I did is I pretty much renamed a lot of the districts. So over here, this is now Carborg, Carborg from like, you know, the overall name of the city, but like Dal, kind of like I thought about Cardale as well. But you know, going a little bit more with the European kind of themes. But yeah, divided this into like north, west, east, central, and also south. There's the Cardinal Park, there's Cardinal Waterfront. I really liked that this was the Applegate community, and kind of like have it here and still call it Applegate. Pine Hills, the Carborg forestry area where the Carborg Carbon Company sits. I think just, you know, giving these more names and filling the city kind of with story in that regard is something that yeah, makes a lot of sense. Do we still have the high-rise ban here in place? Yes, we do. So yeah, I think Hoglar, this is gonna be like a thriving community that is slowly but surely being built out on this side of the highway before we go into downtown in this area. And yeah, so this episode I will continue to build out what we started building here with the Lake District. We're getting slowly but surely closer. Let's build in our other city services. I don't think, you know, we need a lot of we need like some extra fancy buildings over here, but like, you know, looking at police. Firefighting is also something that should be covered, which also isn't bad if it sits here. But yeah, looking at more parks and valuing up this area will be nice, even though this is all still like heavily gridded and will still be heavily gridded. There's again mounting up some traffic, but I think this is a lot of those people are just the people moving in to these buildings now. So over time, it will get less. But yeah, so focus for the next episodes is going to be, and just fill in these little spots down here close to the water, getting the population up. And then in one of the next few episodes, what I actually want to do is start building over on this side on the river. There's some fertile land over here, so this could be the ideal area to have like a little farming village and farming town, and potentially go into like tourism over on this side. So that is something that I want to do, and because yeah, I'm just really hyped about having these metro lines and just building them out, and have a few ideas how this can look overall whilst we have the metro coming up here, which is also something that I did in the off, is like I renamed them the M1 and the M2, which are coming from like the M1 traveling from the Primrose district at the moment. This is the end station, but we'll take this over the river here, or maybe up here depending on like where we get with our tiles, ending at the Carborg Institute of Technology, and currently the M2 going between Hogla and the CIT. Yeah. So yeah, now I've talked long enough, you know, to tell you like where we are going to be. Slowly but surely, you know, things will take form. But just as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, at the moment I'm having so much fun playing City Skylines and just watching these little things, you know, evolve and making a city look pretty. Like I could honestly spend hours just watching the metro and the metro and tram lines over here like go and switch between places. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game at the moment, and I hope you are having too if you're playing. So yeah, there's going to be more City Skylines content of just, you know, me continuing to build out Carborg before we head into City Skylines 2 at some point later this year. But yeah, just having tons of fun currently. All right, let's go more into parks quickly to help this area overall. I mean, what we could essentially do is a fishing island over here as well. Something that we didn't really have before, and I think actually right here is the perfect place for it. Something that just makes sense. Yeah, why not? I think it fits there. What other parks can we add in between? I mean, I like the small parks and playgrounds usually a lot. Something that I was also thinking, right now we only have the Cardal Park, but we need some more parks and just play with the park life stuff. So that will happen at some point soon as well. I actually think maybe we'll let's look into the sports facilities. Again, doing a basketball court next to here, giving some parking. Can I fit another like parking spot in between there? No, I probably can't. That's fine. But yeah, building out this a little bit more. I think something that we can probably put here, which will satisfy a lot of people, is, or even up here. Yeah, up here makes some sense. Let's give it a dog park. And then let's take our forest brush again and brush things up here. We'll detail this up a little bit as well. But overall, it's slowly but surely creeping up. So yeah, I'll start detailing, or I'll actually, at this point, I think I'll wait until we hit the 16K, and we'll build out some more stuff, and then we'll detail, and then we are pretty much there to finish today's episode. Let's have a look at all of the services again, where we are at. I think, yeah, power, we need to do something soon, water as well, but we get the large water tower, which actually this area could be a good spot for even. Yeah, this looks good now. Love these assets. How they're just fitting in so nice into the green belt. So besides farming, something else that is coming soon is pretty much building out this station is called Carborg Institute of Technology Sports Grounds. So my idea is to have a basketball arena for the CIT up here, and then probably around this area some of the basketball courts, and at some point an aquatic center, maybe like a public swimming pool, so that this is kind of like the sports area of the campus, which I mean, the campus overall will be big, but yeah, that justifies having 2 metro stations pretty much. And do we have our helicopters in action? The school campus that we built last episode is now fully on fire. Are the helicopters coming up? I see helicopters up in the air over here. Or maybe those are just, those are not helicopters, maybe those are just birds. Everything is burning here. Helicopters are in the air up here. Did something burn over here, or are they now slowly but surely making their way over? Yes, finally. Finally, you know, we're getting control over the situation with the fires in Carborg. Slowly but surely it's happening. And yeah, of course, you know, like as already mentioned last episode, this is slowly but surely taking care of itself. Let's have a look at the Lake District. Kinda, I'm not happy with this asset, to be honest. Chirp Cinema. There's 2 cinemas across from each other. I mean, things are leveling up quite nicely over here. But we are good to zone a little bit more. And then we should actually hit our goal quite soon. Yeah, build out the high street a little bit more. What I'm not sure about yet is how I will connect this area in terms of public transport. I think metro underground, because like looking at the underground lines. Yeah, there might be a good connection just underground over here. But yeah, we will hit the 16K mark in a second, and then finally unlock the big city. And then we detail things up, do a little bit of landscaping, and make things look nicer than they currently are before we wrap up this episode. Everything's charred. Because yeah, I'm so happy also to have this this brush, because then the stuff that I built here the last time, it doesn't look so So yeah, I don't know, just like a haphazard thing. And there we are. Cool. We now have finally the crematorium, which is something we need. Probably the Lake District can also use another cemetery. We have the advanced in and water treatment plant. We have large water towers, which we've been waiting for a little bit. We have a track and field stadium, which could also be something really, really nice. Crypto conservatory is going to be nice, but also more public transport options. Like I'm a huge fan of the Metro Plaza station. That is going to be something more for downtown. Crossover train station hub is looking nice. Old market station, train metro hub at some point when we're having train, which to which I think I need to unlock pretty much a tile up here to even get access to train. Other than that, I don't think there is any train access. But yeah, we're finally there. There's lots of cool stuff coming. We can rest assured that once these cemeteries are filled up, which is happening quite soon, we have a place for all of the bodies to go, because we can finally build crematoriums. And how about we place the first of them now? And a little quiet corner area, like next to the park up here. But cool, I'll go and start detailing things up, and then we finish the episode. Well, this doesn't look too bad. Finally having, you know, more efficient firefighting in the city is probably a good thing. Right, we're having the same issues over here, you know, which we had to a certain degree up here, but you know, as you already see, there's more and more of that stuff happening already in Hogla. So it looks fine. We are slowly but surely, you know, the demand is increasing, and as you maybe have seen in the detailing time lapse, we've also finished another academic year. Student numbers are going up again. We've been at some point down to 170. So yeah, the university will grow over time the more and more population we have in the city. But yeah, overall, I think this is where we end things for today, with the entire Lake District build. So yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions for names for this new community down by the lake, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. You know, would be super happy to see some name suggestions there, and yeah, take them on into the game and have the impact on the city of Carborg. If overall you like this content, then feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. You know, would also make me extremely happy. But that is pretty much it for today's episode. And thank you so much for joining, for watching, and I will see you then in the next one. Cheerio.